So, welcome. How we doing?
Today's a difficult subject because shit. It's a subject revolving children, and I don't know. I have like conflicting feelings about this.
I understand. It can be a bit like a difficult topic to tackle, and just want to clarify. It's more of we understand what the discussion is about, and it is a difficult topic.
It is. It is like it's a controversial topic. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel that however you tackle this, it's like you're right and wrong, because either you're with the children or you are with the children and against adults' privacy, or you're with adults' privacy and against the children's safety. So either way, you lose. I don't know. I don't know where the win-win is in this all. Like,
It is a bit of a gray zone. Like, of course, we want the best, and for everyone actually. And it sounds like, okay, what are we gonna talk about? No, what we're trying to say is that there is a regulation that might be implemented in Europe, in EU, and it's called chat control, and basically means that they want to prevent child abuse images floating around the internet.
which
Continue.
yeah, it's been proposed 4 years ago, and since then there have been iterations to see how they can get all EU member states to comply with this. Sweden, for instance, has been with this since a while back, and I don't know, like living in Sweden and knowing that every picture will be scanned before sending it. I mean, I won't send anything incriminating, but still, like
it sounds a bit crazy, like your sense of privacy will disappear. And when you hear about just the statement of prevention of child abuse images floating around, I believe in everyone's ears, it'll be like, oh yeah, it makes sense. Like, you don't want it to happen, you want to prevent it as much as possible, because all those children are victims. And in when I heard about it felt like, okay, yeah, makes sense. But then it came to the question where you just mentioned, where my privacy will also be included in this. My neighbors, my parents, also everyone, where the government will be able to scan all your images, and it feels like you're some sort of like you a bit naked in a sense. You understand what I mean?
I mean, I come from Cuba. I already it's mass surveilled in a lot of senses, and I don't like it. Too much control, too much issues with privacy when it comes to this. Like, of course, it's for a good goal, but I don't know if that goal is sufficient for everybody to be controlled and mass surveilled that way. I'm very skeptical towards this, because this is the beginning of maybe shifting the line towards acceptance of mass surveillance in one sense, and then just continue on that path.
It becomes a slippery slope.
Yeah, and
like like there are some countries that are for it. Some are against it. As you mentioned, Sweden have tried to get this ball rolling, and as we mentioned earlier, it's not just all the criminals that will be all their images that will be scanned that are sent through the internet. It will be the regular Joe or a regular Jane, for instance, and it can also be an issue where you have, let's say, it can be also an issue if you have where you're trying to have like a encrypted conversation with someone that is in a country that they have mass surveillance, and they don't want their data to be leaked or information to be leaked in some sort of way. And that can be an issue, but because that means that everyone who sends an image on the internet, even if you work in the government or work in a private sector or just work in a regular shop, your images will be scanned.
And even that, like, it's a like the implication out of this is like, what will happen if they do implement it, and what are the risks? Because a lot of messages, like messaging apps, are relying on their subscribers and the users. So if I start being surveilled, I will probably stop using those services and opt in for services that are hidden or more privacy oriented. And that just means that there will be even less control, like even less, how to say, surveillance than before, if that becomes that reality, like Web 3.0.
Yeah, and there are so many things that you can like think about. Like, for once, is they're trying to, what they basically are saying, like, if you don't comply with this, you won't be able to use the internet, basically, if I'm just paraphrasing. But it's almost like you have to comply, and every image that you send, you're basically guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Like, I'm innocent till proven guilty. What the fuck did I do to deserve that?
No, you're guilty until proven innocent.
That's me. I mean, that what the fuck did I do to deserve this? Like, that makes no sense. Like, it's like I'm a criminal until I'm not.
Basically,
like I'm a child abuser until I'm not. More or less. That's
until you're proven that you're not.
Yeah.
But it sounds crazy, of course. But I was before when we were doing a bit of research. I was thinking about, okay, let's say if someone who's in the art section, or just like does movies, pictures, and so on, if they trying to send an image to, like, oh yeah, this is something that I did, are my images gonna get scanned when I'm just trying to do some art piece? Just because, oh, this image fits so perfectly.
I mean, and also it enters into the problem that if you open a backdoor for one person, like one institution or intelligence agency, what stops it for being a backdoor for other foreign states? I mean, it's crazy because one backdoor can be used by many. And what does that mean? For example, if you do send a video or have a intellectual property sent through messaging or video that cannot be leaked, but then is leaked due to the fact that another either company or nation somehow got a hold of this backdoor, and then you oops,
now your information is leaked just because you had to comply.
I mean, I'm not saying that all this all this private dick pics and whatnot won't be, like, people will think twice before sending them. I'll promise you that.
I hope so.
Yeah. Definitely will stop that.
It's yeah, you shouldn't either way. That makes sense. I just want to clarify.
Well, it's up to you and your partner. I don't care.
Of course, that's different. But it can be some sort of it'll be a lot of issues. Of course, you want to think the best for everyone, but everyone shouldn't be like what's the Swedish English word for drabbad? No.
How to say? It's a bit foggy today. How to say? Collective punishment.
Basically, and we have seen some instances where countries have tried to applied this in some sort of ways where, like in the UK, they tried to do with Apple, basically for the government to have access, to have a backdoor access to their devices.
Yeah, that's
And Apple have tried to like battle with this in the court of law and like, yo, you can't do this. But
I mean, they I think they disabled their strongest encryption feature in February 2005, like this year.
25, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
What did I say?
2005.
Oh no way. Well, 2025. Correction,
Yeah.
everybody. It's an so yeah, this year in February, like last February, they disabled the strongest encryption feature, which means that there is a backdoor in the UK that they're using for like on UK citizens, or just everybody that's connected to their ISP,
Basically.
which is our internet service provider.
Yeah. And that is I don't know, I think it just reminds me of the game Watch Dogs, because they'll talk about mass surveillance
Yeah.
in the game, in the all three games, where the government has backdoor access or just mass surveillance to see what everyone does or work with or anything like that. So I don't know, it's just I won't say funny, but like this is something that I used to play a lot of years ago, and now it's actually trying to be implemented in my day-to-day life. It's like a bit scary, but like, yo, this is a bit
fucked up.
yeah, it is. It is. That's the thing. But yeah, and of course, I can see both sides. It's a bit like, oh yeah, you want to stay safe as much as possible, but it really becomes a collective punishment.
I mean, I do get the reason why, and I have worked within forensic psychiatry and have dealt with many criminals that are mentally ill. And I won't say it's not for the faint-hearted. It's you have to be very mentally strong, because it is an environment that will more or less fuck you up mentally. And I have, in occasion, have had to take a break from that institution and just mentally recover, because it's just too much at points. It's too much negativity, too much contact with, I would say, criminals or like mentally ill people, and that's not a nice place to be if you yourself are stressed and with a lot of things happening in your life. Especially, I work there as a extra work, like how to say,
Part-time.
part-time.
Yeah.
Part-time. And one instance is where I had to deal with pedophiles, and it is one of the hardest things you have to do as a professional, because they are your patient, and you cannot treat them differently.
Yeah, you have to put your emotions to the side.
And yeah, it's I cannot tell too much about this because it's confidentiality, and like saying more would probably facilitate the in identifying the person in question, and then I will be in violation of my contract and a lot of other laws, so to speak. So
Yeah.
let's leave it at I've had encounters with them, and it's very difficult, and I do understand the
We can do examples when in the police force where they have to put their differences aside when dealing with domestic abuse or child abuse or any sort of abuse. So they still have to be professional and conduct their investigation properly. So
yeah,
it's difficult, and
it's a shit show. It's a shit show to say the least. And also, like, imagine before, like, digital forensics, when they had to go through like child pornography videos and all of that, like, and I mean, a lot of them, how to say, hit the famous wall, like the famous wall, like the berömda väggen.
Actually.
Hit the wall, man. You run into the wall.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a burnout, more or less, but I think I put a Swedish twist in an English language.
yeah.
Yeah, they run into the wall because it's and they get burned out due to the fact it's so difficult to process these images and see all of these footages of children being abused sexually.
Mm.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyhow,
But yeah. Do you have any other like instances with this chat control?
I mean, I believe that there's a lot of application that won't comply with this, and you could have a lot of workarounds with it.
Yeah.
Maybe using VPNs to go through another like country and then use the services outside of Europe when you do have to send something that's sensitive.
Yeah.
Or send it through like there's a service called Proton, like, and they have very good services when it comes to privacy.
But we mentioned countries. As you mentioned, Sweden seems to be for it,
Yeah.
and there are countries that I think have somewhat applied it already. Not already, but like trying to, at least Belgium.
I don't know, Belgium. I know
Wasn't-
Germany was against it.
No, Germany was against it, exactly. But maybe wasn't it Belgium who that like tried in some instances, or maybe I read wrong.
Dude, that's I won't.
We can skip. Maybe it wasn't. I can take it back.
We need to have. Where's the person that actually researched for us? We need a. Yeah, it's well, I mean GDPR, for example, that was a regulation that was implemented many years ago, and which should defend our like rights and when it comes to privacy and data and information, and this I think is a direct violation of that.
Yeah.
Like no, like and also like. Yeah, you'll be storing shit. Well, like they'll be storing this. Where does it store this data? Like, for example, like you go through a scan and then you're storing all of this. Otherwise,
and we saw what happened with Miljödata, the government, where they got leaked with information that was from up to like more than 10 years old. So it's a bit of a like a. It can be really difficult to like handle, like, since there is data that shouldn't be in a database just because you want to make sure that it's not like it's tough. But like there are some companies, it seems like that are ready like to sue the EU if the encryption protections are undermined.
yeah, they're defying the chat control.
Yeah.
And like it's they're asserting the fundamental rights under the EU law. Like it's a chat. Like we have the right to be private, I think.
Yeah. And like for instance, the company Tuta Mail, they have announced that they're ready to sue the EU.
Yeah.
And like people as well, like the regular citizen can sign petitions to hinder this from happening.
I mean, there's a web page that's called Fight Chat Control, I think, and there you can see the different member states, EU member states, that are for and against this regulation, so to speak, or chat control. I don't know. It's let me check. Fight, not Fight Club. So Fight Chat. Let me see. Fight Chat Control. So here you have 8 member states opposing, 12 member states supporting, and 7 states undecided, which that's majority. Majority are
supporting
like,
ones.
I mean, Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You only need 2 to 3 more supporting states, and then it will be more than enough to actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but it also seems that, like in the webpage, it says every photo, every message, every file that you send will be automatically scanned without your consent or suspicion. So it seems that it's just not the images that are talked about. It's also the messages and all the files.
Yeah, you basically won't be able to convey any secret message through any data, like to data or like cellular. I think it's either way. Your privacy is completely gone. You better just tell people to call people and tell you to meet at a point
in person.
Yeah, in person, to be able to speak privately.
Or like the old days, have a pigeon. And
Yeah.
Send information.
Are we going back?
Maybe.
Are we going back in time? Feels like I'm gonna get a flip phone so I cannot even like browse.
Yeah. Oof.
Like we would say here, like dealer's phone. Like imagine that. No, like going back to, like, I think Cuba got it right the first time. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Like
No.
I'm not pro communistic parties. All against it. Anyway, but somehow I do believe that some place they did like ban technology, and
yeah.
At some point I think they're winning in some aspects, like social aspects. Maybe not like technologically like advancement, like technological advancement, no. But when it comes to overall advancement in social aspects, yes. And economics not to speak about.
Yeah.
They're not, they're poor as fuck.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard to talk about this, and also to find, I guess, the right solution where everyone can be satisfied.
Yeah, I'm conflicted.
Yeah, it is conflicted because again, victims should be protected. That's something we can all stand for. It just, the methods that are being used seems a bit
extreme.
Yeah,
very extreme. Like, at least have some type of suspicion, not like complete suspicion.
Yeah, it's it will be like a slippery slope where some people might say like, oh yeah, you look like someone that does something incriminating. Okay, they will take you in and just hold you until we make sure that you're not doing anything incriminating, and then we can just release you. That, like, if you put it not in a technical digital, put it more in a physical sense, that's how it feel actually.
Like one question, like, how do you fight this? So like, there's like like in this fight control page, there's an automated function where you can address or send each member a, how to say, contact your MEP. Yeah, you contact your country's different state representatives and tell them that your issue with this, what your issue with this is. And I don't know, maybe that's enough just to raise concerns when it comes to your standpoint in all of this. I don't know. It
if you check with the member states, which one are for and which ones are
the 4 here, like Poland opposes, Netherlands opposes, Malta supports, Portugal supports, Romania supports, Slovenia supports, no, Slovenia opposes, Spain supports, Sweden undecided.
So it's
but you can even go in here and see, okay, there's a few unknown and other one opposes. Well, apparently, like, there's a good amount of opposition in Sweden, but then a lot of unknowns. But you know, Sweden, when it's unknown,
it usually means yes.
Yes. They're like, Swedes are anonymous or fuck. They like, Okay, back to like maybe
Mm.
storytelling. Like,
Yeah.
it's very common for Swedes to just, when they have an issue with you, to send you anonymous letters instead of just raising the concerns directly.
Yeah.
Like there'd be like an angry letter. Instead of be like, hey, I don't like you doing this.
It'll be more of a passive aggressive one.
Yeah, they'd be like
Anonymous.
fucking sending, writing, be like, and then we're sending it, like somehow sending it, put in your mailbox, or like put it on your desk. Either way, you won't be like you don't know who it's from. If you it's just one on one, like you don't have this type of encounter with anybody, and then you know, but it's isolated. But if it's just a thing like having high music, like loud music, for example, that would be a very common way to just get a anonymous letter.
Yeah. But like, I thought about something while you was talking. Of course, they want to check everyone's. They want to check everyone's files, images, or messages. How will it be with people that are in protective custody? Protective custody.
Oh, that's oh shit. Oh shit.
That's like a clear point you have to think about. Like with what happened in Sweden with the government in Miljödata,
Yeah.
there were some people with protective custody that were leaked. So how will it be then when the government can surveillance?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Because it can be someone in the actual government. Of course, we don't know. This is just speculations. It can be someone in the government.
But it has happened before in like Swedish history where I think it was two brothers, two brothers from Iran that sold, one that worked for IRS, Internal Revenue Services, and what the other one worked for SAPO. Was it SAPO?
Yeah, I believe it was SAPO.
Like the Swedish Central Intelligence Agency, and they were selling information to Russia, which doesn't mean that all Persians or Iranian have this agenda, but it's that because that's something that happened, that all after that all Iranians were more or less persecuted.
Yeah.
Like not persecuted, but targeted in the sense that they might not get a job in a sensitive place and this and that because it was a member of an opposition state. Which my brothers, like I'm raised with a stepdad, and I would call him a dad that is Persian. And I mean, I felt like my half brothers, which also like we don't have that in Cuba. Half brothers, it's my brothers. My siblings are half Persian, half Cuban, and my brother that is a energy engineer. He has had the troubles, or at least been questioned way more than usual when Vattenfall or like very in government agencies that work within the energy sector.
Just because of his background.
Yes.
Okay.
So I mean, it's that little incident and that specific because it was two brothers. It raised a lot of concerns, and but then again, maybe
it is it is something that you have to think about, because how can they feel safe if now someone is going through their information where like I'm supposed to be safe, where my perpetrator can't find me, I live in a different city, and now let's say the abuser works in the government.
Yeah.
But that's just something I'm just throwing out, something like think about, where
I mean it's
you have to think about all the steps.
Yeah, it's I mean even with how the fuck I fix this? Even with the SAPO like doing all this very rigorous interview process, even then they didn't manage to spot that. I mean, how do you even spot that? Like, how do you like those? It may be possible through the like different personality questionnaires and assessments.
Yeah.
given like your moral like flexibility and
Mm.
elasticity.
Mm.
It's difficult, but at least you can reduce the risks. It's possible to reduce them, but not eliminate them to altogether, which
Mm.
is what security is all about.
Yeah.
You cannot eliminate it completely. There's two type of companies, right? The one that has been hacked, and the
And
one that will be hacked at one
yeah,
point.
basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to like wrap it up, Shack Control 2.0.
Yeah, Shared Control 2.0. It's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, we want the best for everyone, and we want everyone to be safe. That's the most important thing, and of course you can contact your people in the member states to make sure that to voice your opinions, to make sure like, yeah, I don't feel really safe about it. Maybe they'll have a change of heart, maybe not, but we'll see later on how it will be. And yeah, it's it is something to think about, because this is something that will, I don't want to say put a target in everyone's back, but somehow somewhat will be in some sort of way, will be in that sense.
I don't know who said it. I don't. Was it Warren Buffett? Like, if you follow somebody for 24 hours, you'll find something incriminated on them.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember
don't
who
know.
was it. Like, don't quote me directly on that. But it definitely, like, somebody said that if you follow a specific person for 24 hours, that you'll see that person will have like done something illicit. Maybe not extremely illicit, but something.
Yeah, it can be from a small thing to like really extreme one.
Yeah, like jaywalking.
Yeah.
Who doesn't jaywalk?
Well, in Sweden it's not illegal, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good in that sense compared
Yeah.
to the US.
Like we're very bad at waiting for the green light or like green little man symbol or the gubbe.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was all for us today.
All for us. Thank you.
Thank you.